I want to get to my colleague now, Claire Bradshaw, who's live for us at City Hall, standing by with Mayor Quinton Lucas. Obviously, we heard from him yesterday during a press conference not long after the shooting happened. We're excited to hear what else he has to say this morning about this awful day in Kansas City. Claire, good morning.
Good morning, Taylor. Thank you. Yes, I am here with Mayor Quinton Lucas. Mayor, first off, I just want to ask how you're doing, because not only were you mayor yesterday, you were also somebody in the thick of the incident.
You know, I'm doing fine. Compared, I know, to a lot of other people who are dealing with very serious tragedies today. My heart goes out to the Lopez Galavan family, others who were injured, people who brought their children to a parade and didn't expect that they'd all be in a hospital this morning. So it was certainly an incident I never want to go through again. I had my family there with me, but I'm doing all right.
Do you have any updates on the investigation? I know it's ongoing, but the last we heard from you and Chief Graves was about 5 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah, we should have more today. I think what we're trying to do is this, though, make sure that at the time of prosecution, nothing has been tainted by statements in the press or anything under the sun. So what we had to share yesterday is still the case. 3 subjects that are detained for questioning. No threat broadly to the public at this time, and an ongoing investigation to make sure that we can not just figure out the motive and what was done, but also look to, I think, efficiently deliver charges to the prosecutor in Kansas City.
You spoke yesterday a little bit about what you experienced, but now that you've had time to probably sit with what you went through,
Yeah.
walk us through what you went through at Union Station. You were inside with other officials, the players.
Yeah, you know, it was an experience unlike almost most others I've had, and I may go a little long on this, but I'll try to be efficient. I saw police officers removing some players from the stage, and I thought, that's odd. Maybe some folks have been drinking, but usually you don't have that interaction. And then a security person comes kind of hurriedly to me and says we need to go inside Union Station. We're in there for a little while. You hear sounds like rapid fire gunshots, not the type of thing from a revolver or a .38, but something that sounds like a weapon that can do harm, and real harm, and then people start running. And I see football players and children and concerned families and people of every background seemingly running for their lives. And I join the group. And, you know, I'm outside. I get separated from my wife and my mother who are with me, end up running to a police car. Ultimately, all of us are safe, but a harrowing amount of time. And that was kind of the experience for us. I imagine that of the 500,000 or so people who were probably out there at the rally location, at least, all of them have that story. And one thing that was particularly kind of trying for me, and I didn't sleep much last night, was while running, I saw this like 9-year-old. And the saddest part is he seemed to know what to do better than the rest of us. You know, I'm only 39 years old, but I did not grow up in a Kansas City where we needed to do active shooter drills, where frankly things like this happen. And I lived in some of this city's toughest neighborhoods when I was growing up as a kid and frankly as an adult. But, you know, this is different. And this is the sort of thing that I'm just so horrified that more people know about and that we're forced to get used to.
I know we're running out of time, but there's one question that I really want to ask you, and I think the people really want to hear from you. Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves said yesterday, this is not Kansas City, but people online are saying this is Kansas City. We're coming off of one of our deadliest year on record regarding homicides. There's data to show that crime and violence in Kansas City is a serious issue. It's something you've talked about. What do you want to say to the people that are watching right now about how this may be Kansas City right now, but what are we doing to change this?
You know, first of all, I'll stand by the chief's statement before. Like I just said, I grew up in some of Kansas City's most challenged neighborhoods. That being said, the thing about growing up in a neighborhood with challenges, usually if you were staying out of trouble, the trouble didn't come to you. So this is actually rather different. This is something where a bunch of people are at a parade. They're not buying drugs. They're not selling drugs. They're not subject to retaliation. So, I mean, understanding what crime is in this city is, I think, one important part of it. That being said, you know, I think I want to say, look, I'm sorry for so many people who, and we spent millions, and we had 800 law enforcement officers plus to be there, and we still weren't safe. It is an incredible disappointment for me. You know, we let down a lot of people, my family included, and I think we'll continue to try to do more. 30% pay raise increase for police officers, any number of things, but when a fool can show up at a rally with a gun, and one that can fire pretty rapidly, then I don't know if we'll ever be able to be fully safe from all of this.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Mayor. We're going to give it back to you, Taylor, back at Union Station.
Claire, thank you. Raw words this morning from Kansas City Mayor Quinton Lucas, and he will bear watching over the next several days as we continue to process this.